Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back. This is Jesse getting started at 9:10 a.m. Not right on the dot as usual for 9 a.m., but this is a watch party. And happy New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. What I put? New Year's Eve watch party. $250,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2025, or Tom Lee deletes your X account. If you don't know what I'm talking about, follow me over on the X app. And I've been talking about it for October, November, December, basically all quarter four, that we were not going to go see $250,000 Bitcoin, despite all the talking heads like Tom Lee and so on and so on. I'm not just picking on Tom Lee, but picking on all the talking heads, all the Bitcoin experts. This time is different. The 4-year cycle, blah, blah, blah. It's now the 5-year cycle. It was never the 4-year cycle, never the 5-year cycle. It's the business cycle. Blah, 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 right? We just follow the charts. Those are all narratives. That's all noise. That's all news, right? What was it? The M2 global liquidity. Gold is about to crash. Silver is about to crash. Then Bitcoin's going to inflow. Bitcoin had a great run. You may have been disappointed if you weren't buying down here at 16,800 like the market snipers were. Like, I bought at 16,800. My first long position, 16,800 with 5x leverage, right? If you were buying down there, we had a great run. That run is over. It's not opinion. It's based off of chart facts. So sorry to be the bearer of bad news. And sorry, I was the bull of news over here that the bottom was in. It was a higher probability of a reversal, and I was buying. I was buying the right dip. And that's why I post all the charts, is to show you that you can sell near the top and buy near the bottom. You can do that. I've proven it when I was buying the bottom over here at 32,300 with 10x leverage. I was proving it with buying 44,000 with Bitcoin 10x leverage. I sold at $61,000 Bitcoin. I was shorting Ethereum at $4,384. I was shorting Ethereum at $3,408. I had targets on Ethereum below $1,000. In hindsight, it went below $1,000, right? I was talking about bullish divergence back over here, and I was buying the right dip. So it is possible. It is possible, and continue to show it. Over here at $65,000 Bitcoin, I was talking about, hey, MicroStrategy is leading the way to the upside. It's already made a new all-time high. Bitcoin is at $65,000. Hindsight, it went on to make a new all-time high. Over here, I was talking about a 32%, at least a local top. It could be the top, but at least a local top. Because why? The top starts with the local top. This was a local top. This was a local top. This started as a local top with reasons why it could be the top. This was a local top. There was starting to be reasons why it could be the top. But in hindsight, on April 11th, I posted that there was bullish divergence. There was a pending buy signal, then a buy signal, had 4 targets to the upside. Talked about if it flips the 4th target from resistance into support, then we could see much higher prices. And price did go higher, right? Not a lot higher, like higher than the 4th target. We're talking about 10, 15, 20, 25% higher, but it did make a new all-time high. There's bearish divergence again. And then after this wick, it was looking like a Wyckoff distribution. October 6th, October 8th, when I posted the chart with the Wyckoff distribution, it looked like it possibly could be a Wyckoff distribution again, right? There was bearish divergence on the daily chart, on the weekly chart, on the 2-week chart, 3-week chart, monthly chart. Is all bearish divergence, signaling we're not going to go see $250,000 Bitcoin. And they weren't even looking like it's basically wasn't possible. I mean, it's possible. It wasn't probable. Is the mic on? Good. Just double checking. Who knows? It's the last day of the year if I had the mic on or not. But that's good. We got right into it today, huh? All right. So $250,000 Bitcoin. Possible, but it wasn't probable. Why? Because we're looking at the market cap, and you can see from this move to this move was not even $1 trillion market cap increase, right? And it took from the low, let's see, to the highest wick, almost a $1 trillion market cap increase. It took 182 days or 6 months, right? From this wick, if you caught the wick to wick, which we don't try to catch the wick to wick, we try to do the higher probability reversal. That's basically a $1 trillion market cap increase in 5 months, right? This was a $1 trillion market cap increase in 6 months. So it took 6 months for the market cap to increase $1 trillion. Here we are with the talking heads, aka Tom Lee, in October, that we were going to see a $2 trillion it was like $2 trillion or $2.5 trillion within 2 months. Never happened in the history of Bitcoin. Never has happened ever. In October, calling for $250,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2025. Either you really don't know what you're doing, or you're doing it for clicks, or you're doing it for the market bosses who need exit liquidity. It's one of the three. If you're running a hedge fund, I hope you know what you're doing. If you what else? If you are doing it for clicks and you're running a hedge fund, what are you doing? If you're doing it for the market bosses and you're running a hedge fund, I mean, talk about scam life, right? So anyways, that's what it is. It's one of the three. All are negatives. All are negatives. So you can't be that far off. Like, how can you not do this? Is the most simplest analysis that you could do, is just see what it's already done recently, right? Oh, what about 2017 when it went parabolic? Well, let's take a look at 2017 when it went parabolic. It was a completely different asset. There was no paper Bitcoin established. Paper Bitcoin was established in December 2017 for futures trading, right? For it to go parabolic, it took 6 months, took 8 months to go parabolic. And it increased 300 billion. It wasn't increasing 1 trillion to go parabolic. To go parabolic, it would have to increase like 2, 3, 4, $5 trillion, and it still didn't take 2 months to do so, right? So even if you go back to 2017, it still doesn't make sense. Like, even here, okay, it's going parabolic, right? 3 months. It's a $250 billion market cap increase. It's the simplest analysis you could ever do. Okay, it's going parabolic-ish, right? 5 months, it increased $1 trillion. 6 months, wick to wick, $1 trillion for sure, right? So a $1 trillion increase over 5 to 6 months, not 2 months. Not a $2 trillion increase in 2 months. It's never done that before. This increase over here in 5 months or 4 months, right? That's basically 5 months. 750 billion. So the fact that you're talking about $250,000 Bitcoin in a 2-month period when there's the higher time frames are starting to roll over. I mean, what are you even doing, right? It was, yeah, pretty sure it's up at like here, we'll look at it. We'll look at it. $250,000 Bitcoin was how high of an increase? We'll just say from here. 250, 130% increase in 2 months. So if you go back to the market cap, let's see, 130, nearly a $3 trillion market cap increase in 2 months. I mean, that's just silly, right? That's silly. My 18-month-old toddler could probably do better predicting. It's ridiculous. That's crazy. So here we are. New Year's Eve watch party, $250,000 Bitcoin by the end of today, according to Tom Lee. And here we are, literally sitting at $87,500. So, not to sit here and say I told you so, but I told you so. So, with that, what's up, everybody? What's up, market snipers? Surprising diligence on. I'm not really. Maybe I don't know what that means. Surprising diligence. Ivan the G, good morning. Jesse, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Ivan the G. On this fabulous last day of 2025, when Bitcoin is surging towards $250,000, as predicted by the talking heads just 2 months ago. Just 2 months ago. It's not like it was a prediction 2 years ago. I would let them off the hook. I'm not letting you off the hook until 2026. Oh, wait, you've already moved the goalpost to January 2026. I'm not letting you off the hook. I'm not letting you off. Tom Lee, if you're watching this, I'm not letting you off the hook. Talking head calling for $250,000 Bitcoin when there's bearish divergence, when the higher time frames are starting to roll over after a nearly 3-year Bitcoin bull run. Come on, Tom. Come on. Mighty Kirk, perma bulls have about 11 hours left. Yeah, depending on what country or state you are. Oh, they've already moved the goalposts, Mighty Kirk. I am sure they still feel confident about it. Yeah, well, they've already moved the goalposts. They've already called it the 5-year cycle. They've already said by end of January 2026. It's a super cycle. It's all the same stuff that they said back here. Honestly, it's deja vu. They said it all the way down here. They said it on this relief rally over here, right? This whole entire way down. These 3 red monthly candles in a row. They've said it again, these 3 monthly red candles in a row. This relief rally that lasted 2 months and then started to roll back over, right? They said it the entire time. We're going back to see new all-time highs. While I was staying consistent saying we're going back to the 200-week moving average, right? We're after December closes, and maybe we go a little bit lower in January 1st to create the wick lower than it is now. It could take out that wick. Then I'm expecting 45 to 60-day relief rally, maybe longer. 45 to 60-day relief rally, maybe longer. And then I'm expecting price to retest the 200-week moving average way before it ever makes a new all-time high. Way before. We've talked about this every day on the live streams. This is like 3 months of talking about it. So my story, my analysis, my chart reading has not changed. It has not changed. J the Geek 40. Happy New Year 2026, Jesse. Yes, Happy New Year, J the Geek 40. Cool. Corey Bauer 632. People like Tom Lee are either very stupid or purposely trying to get retail. Yeah, it's literally 3 things. I don't think he's stupid. So I would have to rule that out. He can't be stupid. He's running a hedge fund, right? If I give him the benefit of the doubt, he hasn't studied Bitcoin enough. He hasn't studied the Bitcoin charts enough. And that his Bitcoin strategy is completely wrong. That's giving him the benefit of the doubt. But if you're running a hedge fund based off of a strategy that's not working, it's not helping your hedge fund if he's investing in Bitcoin or Ethereum, right? Same thing. Or he's doing it for clicks, because it's no secret. I've been talking about this since the end of 2021, early 2022. If I only posted bullish charts with a huge up arrow, I would get way more clicks. I would have way more followers. There's so many influencers that I had more followers than that did up only arrows to huge targets, and they doubled their followers. But I don't care. My followers are real. They know my charts are real, and my followers help me, help them, help me with algorithms. Keep the live streaming. And 2025, I took a break from live streaming because I spent a lot of time and energy on the trading bots, automating, and stuff like that, right? So we've done a lot. We're going to do a lot more for 2026. I have a whole wish list. A lot of it's getting knocked out slowly but surely. I mean, it seems actually kind of fast because we just started re-rolling everything out a couple, like early October. So we released things to the market snappers a lot faster than what I anticipated. And we'll do our best to keep doing that moving forward. A little bit slower on releasing the trading bots, but they got to be dialed in and then tested and retested. You don't want to have to it's harder. What was it? A longtime market sniper. He was a retired CEO. Shout out to Tom. Once said to me, and I've remembered it ever since. He told me in 2022, once you let the toothpaste out of the tube, it's impossible to put it back in. I know what he was saying. He was saying, don't make an announcement too early or talk about it until it's ready to go, right? And so we really don't let the toothpaste out until we're ready to brush our teeth, right? That's what I take out of it. So I don't think he's stupid. So it could just be to get more eyes on his hedge fund, because even negative talk still gets talk. Like, we're still talking about him. Or we should get some light in here. Let's get some natural light. There we go. It's still kind of gloomy out. Sprinkled a little bit earlier today in Southern California. So there's got to be some good snow up in Big Bear. I had to sit out this ski season due to my pickleball and hurting my ankle. So no skiing for me this year. I don't remember the last time I missed a ski season. It used to be snowboard season, but I've reverted back to skiing in my older age. It's just easier to get on and off the lift. Uh, I can conserve my energy for the actual downhill. I hadn't skied in 30 years. I snowboarded from 16 to or 25 years. The last 5 years, I've switched back to skiing. So 25 years I snowboarded, and I skied before that when I was younger. But all my friends were switching to snowboard, and I was 16, and I didn't want to be the only skier when in 25 years ago, when 2009, oh, longer, 1995, 1996, right? Snowboarding. We didn't have helmets back then. I still don't ski with a helmet. Probably should though. So anyways, yeah. Or clicks, or like I said, exit liquidity for the market bosses. Who knows? No. BTC led the way in 2021, 2022. No, I do not. I treat Bitcoin as a tech stock. I view it as a tech stock. Great for swing trading. Great for swing trading. But that's the way I view it. Tesla, MicroStrategy, and short-term view. Yeah, I was looking at MicroStrategy, and it's just inching closer and closer to the 200-week moving average. And MicroStrategy is the canary in the coal mine. Could it have a relief rally after it retested 200? Sure. Could it have a relief rally before it retested 200-week moving average? Sure. So we covered Tesla yesterday. Maybe we'll take a glance at it. Maybe we'll take a glance at MicroStrategy, but we covered both of them yesterday on yesterday's live stream. So you can go take a look at that. But probably won't spend too much time on it today. This is the Bitcoin watch party, right? The Bitcoin watch party. Bitcoin Jeff, masterful trading. Jesse, you've been spot on for years. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Bitcoin Jeff. I'll never be 100% accurate. But if we're looking at the Bitcoin daily chart, right? The Bitcoin daily chart, then I don't know. I got to say at least 75, 80% accurate if I truly am paying attention and staring at it, or higher, right? So depending on how many targets we're talking about that we're hitting and stuff, it's pretty high hit rate. If I don't stare at a specific asset every day, then my accuracy goes down. So the more I stare at a particular chart, for me, I'm better with like being hyper focused. But I've gotten better with branching out to where I'm not just Bitcoin 100%. And I still look at it every day, and because I already got like, I feel like I've already got a good handle on it, so I'm able to like uh also trade other things at a higher percentage too. It takes effort, right? It takes effort. And if I stay hyper focused, it's better. Boom, boom, boom. But I've never been able to trade like 15 things at once, right? I'm I'm really good at like, in my own opinion, I'm very, very, very good at trading one asset. I'm pretty good at trading 2 to 3 assets. If I start trying to trade 10 to 15 assets, I don't know. I don't think I'm good at all. Uh, I saw I saw this options trader like, what was it, 6 years ago, and he charged $200 a month, right? He was trading like 50 things. And I'm like, there's no way I could trade 50 assets and be successful. There's no way. And I watched him for like a month or two, and I'm like, there's no way he's profitable, or as profitable as he could have been, right? So if you're charging people $200, you better be making a lot of money on options. And based on what I saw for a month or two, there's no way. There's no way. He's just like throwing things up against the wall and hoping it sticks, right? So, anywho, very, 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 very good at trading one. Pretty good at trading two or three. Not very good trying to trade 10 or more. So the more assets I would try to trade all at once. Now, I'm not saying that I couldn't trade 10, 50 assets. I'm just saying all at once. I'm saying at the same time. I don't want to have that many open trades. No way. No way. I can't. I want to take a deep dive on a trade. I don't want to be diluted on my focus, right? So maybe some people can. I cannot. So, woo, cool. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, Market Snipers. Thanks for all of your support. 2025, 2026. The goal is, I think we're gonna vow to do it. I think we're gonna vow to, similar to 2023. 2023, September 2023, September 2024, I vowed to do it's good for me too, like as far as like having consistency and jumping on a live stream and going through the whole watch list and charting things out of my comfort zone, like altcoin I've never even heard of before, right? Like keeps me on my toes, keeps the edge. So I enjoy it. If it would be a smoothly run live stream, I would consider having other traders on and looking at the charts together. Should probably do that, but that requires more planning and more of an outline. And I don't outline any of this. I just literally pull up a chart and we talk about it. I don't outline any of it. So, A, I'd have to outline it. B, I'd have to rely on them to be on time. C, is it going to add value, or is it just going to kind of, like, I've had people on before and it just didn't go smoothly, right? And, at the end of the day, maybe I thought their analysis wasn't like, I don't know. I don't want to be mean, but anyways, we're just not going to be mean. We're not going to be mean. So that's where we're at. We're on the Bitcoin watch party. Here, let's get back to the watch party real quick. Got a little sidetracked. But Happy New Year, everybody. I think, let's see, show comments. Can't really see it. Yeah, this doesn't really do anything. No. Happy New Year, PRR 0676. Happy New Year. Thank you. I can't tell the future. But probably corrections on the horizon. So, multiple reasons why the top was most likely going to be in. And then, on this monthly chart, it's basically confirmed it every possible way you could think about it, right? So, again, a lot of similarities, 3 bearish candles in a row. Could see the 4th candle become bullish in January. Could see another one in February, and then maybe start to drop back down in March. So, if so, that would play out similar to 2021, 2022, and we'd see a retest of the 200-week moving average by May of 2026. So, never expected to play out exactly, but it is playing out very similar, right? It is playing out very similar. So, whether it goes down another month first or blah, 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 that's what we'll have to play out in real time. But we had the RSI sell signal on the monthly chart, rarely happens. We had the MACD bearish crossover in November, rarely happens, right? The last bullish crossover was March. The last bearish crossover was January 2022. So it's trending in the wrong direction on the higher time frames for price to go up to make a new all-time high, for price to go up and hit $150,000 in the near future, for price to go up and hit $200,000 in the near future, for price to go up and hit $250,000 by the end of 2025. It's trending in the wrong direction. That's the monthly chart is bearish, right? Below the trailing dots, the 3-week chart. Oh, there's a couple others I want to show you before I turn the indicator back on. I was looking at the really high time frames, right? It's not looking good on the 2-month chart. I mean, if the 1-month chart is really lagging, imagine the 2-month chart, right? So 2-month chart had an RSI sell signal and price still pumped up, pretty lagging. But the MACD bearish crossover on the 2-month chart happened March 2022. So that would be really lagging. That would be like February 2022 could see a MACD bearish crossover, right? Could see a RSI sell signal January 2026 or later, right? And then price comes back to the 200. Price comes back to the 200. Currently at $56,799, depending on what exchange you're looking at, right? Bearish engulfing candle on the 2-month chart, bearish engulfing candle on the 2-month chart, bearish engulfing candle on the 2-month chart. So all things to consider. Three-month chart has a bearish engulfing candle. That's not bullish. That's bearish. It's a bearish engulfing candle on a 3-month chart. See if we can get some more chart history here. All right. A bearish engulfing candle. Let's see what the trending dots are on this one. Yeah. Probably, most likely, going to come back and retest the trending dots. The trending dots were below the 200 back on April 2022, came back for a retest of the trending dots. With a bearish engulfing candle, probably going to come back and retest the trending dots. So if you look at the trajectory of it, it's probably going to be right around where the 200-week moving average again. And so probably going to see a retest of that. Probably. Most likely. I'd be very surprised. I'd be very surprised. A bearish engulfing candle on a 3-month chart is not bullish, right? It's not. It's not bullish. This bullish engulfing candle is bullish. This bullish engulfing candle is bullish. This bearish engulfing candle is not bullish, right? The odds are, the probabilities are stacked that we're going to see price retest the trending dots and the 200-week moving average, right? Odds are 6 months. Why not? Bearish engulfing candle on the 6-month chart. Bearish engulfing candle on the 6-month chart is bearish, and it did go lower, right? Bullish engulfing candle on the 6-month chart. So we have a bearish engulfing candle on multiple higher time frames. So that is not bullish. It's going to take some time for the ship to get turned around. Could it flip back around by the end of today and still hit $250,000? No. No, it cannot. That's not even possible. No way. No way. Can't even get back to $90,000. It's at 87,500. Can't even get back to 110. Remember when I said a couple months ago, I was like, many people will have wished they had sold Bitcoin at $110,000. This could be one of the last times you could sell your Bitcoin at $110,000. Here we are, a couple months later. You're not able to sell your Bitcoin at $110,000. It's possible we see a bounce or relief rally. Let's see, when does this end? January 2026? It's possible we see a relief rally. Starting in January. Right? It's been battling. What happened? Oh, did the wrong one. Oops. Live stream. Happy New Year. But is price going to go lower first, right? Close the month with another bearish monthly candle. Start with a January wick down wherever it is. And if it closes down below here, that could create bullish divergence, lower prices, lower candle closes, and then start the relief rally after that. So we'll see. So far, it's just been basically going sideways since November 20th. And literally from here, it's gone up 8% or down 8%. So it's been in a very, very tight window. At some point, we're expecting a relief rally. We're still hovering around longer term target 2. Um, so and if we expect fake outs along the way, then like we talked about on previous live stream, it's possible it comes down here like this, gets back up, comes back up for a relief rally. Obviously, I would imagine it would take a lot longer than this and probably be a lot more difficult. But if so, if it comes down first in January, like maybe a week or so, right? We don't have a magic crystal ball. We're just speculating. But if it does come down first, puts in the longer bullish divergence going back to November to January, then kick off the relief rally, right? Draw this out. It's possible. And that would also complete, maybe with the wick down or something, maybe also completes like Wyckoff distribution closer to 100%. Right now, it completed at about 92 to 95%. So that is possible. Um, trap some more. This wouldn't like show the wicks, right? Who knows how long it takes, right? And it'd probably be a lot more difficult. uh, how difficult can I make it, right? February, January. So, I mean, going directly sideways is the most difficult for a swing trader. So, in my eyes, it's like a lot more volatile, but like for a swing trader, if price is going this way, it's a lot more difficult to trade, right? So, just staying patient right now. There was the bullish divergence back here, but just staying patient because there could be that additional bullish divergence. There's no clear path right now. You'd be getting chopped up right now. So, right, just kind of consolidating, coiling up, and maybe we'll see a bigger move, within a week. I don't know, after the new year starts. Maybe we'll see a bigger move to the downside first and then the relief rally. And then the relief rally comes back in, right? And then however it plays out, we're going back to all-time highs. Everyone's excited. Bulls are trapped again. And that was your last chance to get out, maybe around $100,000. Maybe it doesn't even get that high, right? And then rinse, repeat. There it is. And we'd be ready for it, right? The next trend line breakdown, the next lower high, the next move down to the 200-week moving average, all that we've been talking about this whole entire time. So put in a lower high, put in a lower high, probably getting a sell signal around over here, below the trailing dots, somewhere around over here, breakdown of the upward trend line, more aggressive one, right? So probably getting close to a sell signal, getting close to breaking down below the trailing dots, below the final line in the sand, and then the next big move down. So we'll see. I'm not sure if I'm going to play this move. More likely, I would play this move and it could be on Ethereum, could be on something else. I don't know, but watching them closely. If we do get this bullish divergence down here, then probably would play the relief rally to the upside, right? If it's just chopping around, and then all of a sudden there's a buy signal, probably not going to play it to the upside because there's not a lot of upside at that point. Like if you're getting a buy signal up here, you have to have leverage. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be choppy, 10 to 15%. Is it worth it? If you're getting that bullish divergence over here and maybe you're getting a buy signal, maybe you get that 20 to 25% move, then it might be worth taking a swing at it with low leverage or spot. You could always do spot. In fact, I say don't use leverage unless you're have proven that you can make money on spot. If you can prove that you can make money on your paper account, go to spot. If you can prove that you can make money on spot, go to leverage. And then once you've proven that you can go 10x leverage successfully multiple times, so 6 digits, then you start scaling back your leverage, right? Not increasing it, scaling it back. So complete the cycle. So expecting a relief rally at some point. We thought maybe December, could be January, but right now we're not getting much of a relief rally. Probably need to take out some longs below first so the market bosses can grab some market liquidity, as everyone loves to say. And then probably relief rally. And then the next leg lower, not new all-time highs. So if you didn't get out at 110, I doubt you're going to get out at 110 again. If you didn't get out at 101, maybe you can get out at 100,000 or 99,000. But what's going to happen is all the narratives come back full force. All the bulls come back full force again, just like 2022, March 2022, February 2022, April 2022. We're going to make new all-time highs. We're going to make new all-time highs. And I was saying, not as much on X, but in the Discord, I was all over it. I was like, I'm shorting Ethereum to the downside. And I did. $3,408 short on Ethereum is where I shorted it at with 10x leverage. And that was a top 5 trade of all time. Not just because of the money, but because of the call. Because there was still a lot of people, a lot of quote unquote experts selling courses, still calling for new all-time highs. So it's still a top 5 trade of all time. When I was shorting Ethereum at 4,384, almost everyone and their brother were calling for new all-time highs. And so that was probably a top 3 trade. Shorted Ethereum below 2,500. No, I had a target to 23 something, but I had an auto take profit at 2,500 to front run one of my own targets because that was a massive move to the downside with 10x leverage. So one of my major targets, I front ran it myself because I noticed the market bosses kept front running a specific target. And it's changed since then. But back then, they were front running it by like $1,000 on Bitcoin and a couple $100 on Ethereum. I'm like, you're not going to front run me anymore. I'm just going to auto take profit a couple $100 before it hits the major target. And it actually hit the major target. And I was like, they didn't front run me this time. And I had an auto take profit just a little bit higher than where I could have had it. But I was still happy with that trade because it executed, hit a major target, locked in a big gain, rinse, repeat. So we'll see. I don't know, but people keep asking me if I'm going to play the relief rally. I don't know. If it gives us a clear move like this, possibly, right? If you get that bullish divergence, starts coming back up, maybe there's a higher low, comes back up, right? And there's a above the trending dots. You can see the trending dots over here, right? So if you draw out the trending dots trajectory, probably be like something like that. So if there's a clear entry point somewhere around over here, what is that, like 85,000, 86,000, 84,000? I don't know, depending on how aggressive. If there's an entry point somewhere around over there after bullish divergence and could be a sneaky higher low, then I'll probably play the relief rally on Bitcoin or something else, or maybe, I don't know. I haven't decided, but it'd have to be like a clear step. So we'll see if we get lower prices first. The probabilities increase. I'll play the relief rally, uh, but I'm in a position of power, so I don't have a fear of missing out. I don't have a fear of being in a trade all the time. There was times that I did have those feelings, but I don't have those feelings anymore. So, position of power, being able to control your emotions and your feelings and your emotions and your feelings, right? You want to listen to intuition, but you also want to map out a plan and try to create that plan and automate it to the best of your ability. So if you do get a potential entry point over here, might play the relief rally. Higher probability is playing it over here to the downside because it's a bigger move, right? So if this is a 15, 20% that you're trying to catch 80 to 90% of the move, so you capture actual like 15, maybe 20%, 15, 20% to the upside, because you're not going to catch wick to wick. Because I didn't buy this wick. I'm not going to buy the next wick either. So you're trying to capture 15 to 20%, or are you trying to capture 25 to 30% on the next move? Because the next move is going to be 25 to 30. So if you're waiting for a 25 to 30% move versus trying to capture every 10 to 15% move, what's the plan? What's your plan? So not sure yet. We'll see. We'll see. If I do play the relief rally, probably be a smaller position, less leverage, if leverage at all. So I don't know. Or an altcoin or something, right? Altcoin with spot altcoin. Maybe, baby. So there we go. What else? Read some concerns about repo market crisis. Do you have any opinions about it? Not really. Nope. Not for swing trading. I mean, I have my thoughts, but for swing trading, I do not. Because it goes back to the three N's: news, narratives, equal noise. Right? The three N's: news, narratives, and noise. It's all noise. So you can't control what insiders are doing. You can't control the CEOs, what they're doing. Even CEOs don't know what's going to happen with the market, because I've met a CEO of a publicly traded company through a mutual friend who they're best friends, and he was telling my buddy, probably shouldn't say this. Anyways, he thought the price was going to go higher, and this is all through the playing the game of telephone, right? He said, he said, he said, he said. So I have no proof whatsoever, but he thought price was going to go higher, the CEO, and there's always a bigger fish on the other end of the stick, on the other end of the fishing line. And I was like, the charts look like their price is going to go lower. And I told my buddy that, not financial advice. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. Obviously, it's for educational purposes only. Hopefully, we have a little bit of fun along the way, like poking fun at Tom Lee with a $250,000 Bitcoin by end of 2025. But I was like, it looks like the chart price is going to go lower. And his best friend CEO thought price was going to go higher. So I wonder who is right. I wonder who is right. The market sniper staring at the chart, or a CEO of a company thinking the price is going to go higher. And he was probably biased because it's his company, right? He's not seeing it through a clear lens. He's not staring at the chart. So he's just going probably by fundamentals. And fundamentals do not matter when it comes to swing trading whatsoever. So not really. I mean, I have my own thoughts, but it doesn't matter for swing trading. If that's possible, could you please take a look at the cost chart? Yeah, we can take a look at it. So we've been doing the watch party for an hour on Bitcoin. So I think we covered it pretty good detail. Let's go into the other. We'll take a look at others on the watch list as well. We got Ethereum over here. We've been talking about it. However, the price action plays out, probably be looking for something similar. Like if there's bullish divergence, higher low, similar thoughts on Ethereum. So we'll see how it plays out, if there's a clear entry or not. XRP, bullish divergence, could have been a higher low, but it's starting to break back down. This blue line was the weekly pivot point, and it closed below it, signaling further downside, signaling that it would go much lower, like chop suey or MicroStrategy. It's possible we don't see this bullish divergence disappears, and it's possible that we see further downside on XRP and eventually retest the 200-week moving average. When, we don't know. Will it retest the trailing dots at some point? Probably. When, we don't know. So it's had a candle close below this pivot point, similar to MicroStrategy, chop suey, and et cetera, et cetera. So as signaling further downside, that's a lower low on the weekly chart. That's bearish. Chainlink, back below the 200-week moving average. Will it retest trailing dots at some point? Yes. When? Who knows? Trailing dots are lined up with the downward trend line. Same thing with Cardano. You can hope for a bounce. You can hope for a relief rally, but it's still bearish on the daily chart, the weekly chart, every chart, right? You can hope for a bounce. You can hope for a bounce. You can hope for a bounce and still not give you a bounce. That's why you wait for higher probabilities of a reversal. And here we are, 33 cents. 33 cents. Crazy. Weekly chart. Round trip all the way back down from November 2024. Been talking about it. It's not a bullish sign when the 200-week moving average is in a downward slope. Downward slope. Your hopes for new all-time highs start to evaporate. And the bounces get lower. And then the crashes become bigger. And several altcoins have come back down to these prices. Several altcoins have come back down and made new all-time lows. Not all-time highs, but lows. So it's trending in the wrong direction on the weekly chart. Downtrend till proven otherwise. Downtrend till proven otherwise. So I've been saying the whole time, do we hope for bullish divergence? Do we hope for, here's some bullish divergence that did not play out, right? Bullish divergence, possible higher low, and now what? It's possible there's additional bullish divergence. It could put in additional bullish divergence. So are some of these altcoins leading the way, or is it going to go straight down the 200-week moving average? So at some point there will be a relief rally. When, we don't know. MicroStrategy, who would have ever thought MicroStrategy would be near the 200-week moving average? Who? This guy right here. This guy thought it. Whoever thought I would have won my 6th fantasy football championship and the 20th anniversary? This guy thought so. I tried. So took out this pivot point over here, like I was talking about on XRP with the candle close, bounced up, and then just dropping all the way back down. So Adam and Eve, double top pattern. Talked about the bearish engulfing candle back over here. Talked about the top was in question mark way back here in November. Been saying it's the canary in the coal mine, not only for this bear market, but the bull run and the last bear market. MicroStrategy has been the canary in the coal mine for Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been the canary in the coal mine for SP 500 and NASDAQ in the past bear market, and it looks like to be this start of a bear market as well. So we'll see how it continues to play out, right? And if it were to play out similar to the last bear market, it would be below the 200-week moving average for a very, and I'm not saying this to take it lightly, a very long time. So if you didn't sell up here on the weekly chart at 362 and you're holding, you know, it's brutal, right? You bought up in this area and you didn't sell in the last weekly chart, which is lagging. Your position is now down 57% since the weekly chart. 200-week moving average would be 59% down. And if it comes all the way down here, it hits this Adam and Eve double top pattern, it'd be close to 78% down. In this chop area, 66% down since the weekly sell signal for 79 weeks. Or you were one of the people who did buy up here because someone did buy up there, and they're down 71%. And they're down 71% for 59 weeks. That's over a year, right? It's a bear market. That is not a bull market. And there was plenty of influencers buying the dip over here. Plenty. And it went as high as $200. And they got rejected, and it's coming all the way back. So the buy the dippers all the way down until they become just DCA, bro. Just DCA. Just DCA. Shout out to one of the long time market snipers. He makes hats. He made me this hat years ago. He's still in the Discord. His name's Jesse, not me. His name's Jesse. Shout out to Jesse. Thanks for he got me. I think he made me 3 hats. He's got a hat company. Does wholesale orders from Australia. So shout out to Jesse. Thank you. I haven't worn this hat in a long time. Still good shape. So there we go. Woo! MicroStrategy, SP 500, We talked about this on every single live stream, even down here. Could this be a lower high? Sure. Or could it shoot back up and do a similar Wyckoff distribution to Bitcoin? So it's starting to feel like it, right? Starting to look like this. Oh, I've been saying it already, but starting to look like Wyckoff distribution up here as well. One more pump back up to take out all the short stops up here, and then reverses right back down, bearish engulfing candle, right? And bearish divergence. So many similarities. So many similarities to Bitcoin. It's wild, right? If you look at over here, then came back down, right? Let's see. Let's change that to candles. Bearish engulfing candle, right? Crazy. Crazy similarities. So I should probably put a Wyckoff chart and bearish engulfing candle. It's almost identical setup. Do you think I'm short the SP 500 futures? Ooh-wee. Don't kiss and tell. I don't know. I mean, you could probably even draw it out like this, right? Yeah. Get that first wick candle over there. So SP 500 could be next. Could be a Wyckoff distribution. I'm not a Wyckoff expert. I don't care to be a Wyckoff expert, but there hasn't been a significant correction since this pivot point over here, April 2025. It's been up only, and now it's going through a rounding top Wyckoff distribution. So it's a slow process. It's taking months to unfold, right? So probabilities are that the top is in on SP 500, similar to Bitcoin, October 6th. And the probabilities are that Bitcoin led the way again. And we're going to go much lower on the SP 500, which also will bring down Bitcoin, stuff like that. So, and come back, retest the 200-week moving average. And then at that point, we'll find out if it's going to bounce and the bottom is in, or if it's going to be more of like a dot-com bubble like crash, or 2008 like crash, and price goes 30 to 50% below the 200-week moving average. And if so, that's where my thesis changes on Bitcoin, that Bitcoin would go even lower than the fourth or fifth target. But we'll take it level by level. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. That's already so much speculation, but that's what we do. We speculate. Bearish engulfing candle on gold. There is bearish divergence, but we put out all the cautions that I personally won't be shorting it due to higher time frames are still ultra bullish. So could just be retests and then whip right back around. So Oracle, we're watching it for a bounce play still. It was just an idea. So I personally haven't bought it, but I was looking at it to possibly buy it for a bounce play, but it's a bounce play at the end of the day. So it's probably better bounce plays out there. I'm not thinking it's like a meta when meta was at like 125, 130, 145. It looks more like a bounce relief rally than buying it at the bottom. So I may or may not, like, if there was a clear signal and it was just starting to pump, right? Maybe, but I don't know. It's not doing much. Dollar, we mapped this out and we talked about it while it was going through correction. Will the dollar break out of the downward trend line? If so, would expect the dollar to come back up or retest target one, flip target one from resistance into support. Then we would expect, if then, we would expect target two to get hit. There's a lot of reasons why. That's why it's yellow. Uh, and then flip this from resistance into support, then come up and hit target three and retest the 200-week moving average. It's a lot of what ifs, but it is starting to flip around. And so if you get back above the train dots, might take some time to play out, right? But drew this out back over here. However, this plays out, if it's getting back above the train dots in the downward trend line and getting ready to print a buy signal, then the probabilities start to increase of that move happening. Bum, bum, bum. What else? Mm-hmm. Bum, bum, bum. Yep, covered that on the last one. Magnificent Seven. Well below the 200-week moving average, right? That's bearish for super microcomputer. It's bearish. TQQ, pending sell signal on the TQQQ. PLTR had a sell signal. Watching ANF, obviously price can't go backwards. It's just my drawing. Russell 2000, Wyckoff distribution, full effect, leading the way of the SP 500 as well. Bearish divergence, lower high, breaking down, candle close below the trading dots, and a sell signal back below here. Classic Wyckoff. Well, classic Jesse Bitcoin Wyckoff chart. I'm 1 for 1. I'm 1 for 1 on classic Bitcoin Jesse Wyckoff chart. So SP 500 Wyckoff, right? Probably see it better over here like that. Jesse, where's your volume profile? Oh boy. Quote unquote experts asking, well, there's no volume profile or anything like that. Sir, you didn't put you're an expert Wyckoff and you miss Bitcoin Wyckoff distribution. Where is your credibility? You have zero credibility in my book. If you are a self-proclaimed Wyckoff expert and you missed the Bitcoin Wyckoff distribution at the top because of XYZ reason why, don't ever post on my X account again. I didn't block him, but I obviously don't follow him. He follows me, but I don't follow him. Wyckofian expert missed the Bitcoin distribution Wyckoff. Wow. What is the point of being a Wyckoff expert if you're going to miss the Bitcoin distribution? Jesse, you're being mean. I know. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Don't be mean, Jesse. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just competitive. And that can come off as being mean. Because my family, we don't give participation trophies. We give championship trophies. We don't give second place trophies. Give second place money. We don't give third place trophies. You don't get to sit and stand. Let's sit. You don't get to stand on the championship podium for third place or second place. You get to you get to sit down with everyone else while I stand on the championship platform carrying my huge trophy. But we do give third place money. We do give fourth place money. Basically, get your money back plus like $10. We've had the same buy-in. It's a family friend. It's more for bragging rights, but $75 for our league since 2006. I've never increased prices, even though inflation's gone up. Some of the family doesn't have a lot of money, so $75 is a lot, especially with inflation. $75 doesn't buy you a lot. So, a family friend league. And when I say friend league, it's like they're basically a family. So a family friend league, $75 buy-in. So third place basically gets you $80 back. All percentages, 10%, 15%, 30%, and 45% to the winner. But since I'm the commissioner, if I get 45%, I barely make any money because I reinvest the money into trophies. I reinvest money into driving there for our live draft in August. I buy our live draft pizza, maybe some beer, uh, and other stuff. So I always reinvest it back in. Second place is like break even for me. Um, I make a little bit of money if I get a championship win. So it's all good. But yeah, there's no participation trophies. Not in our family. No way. No way. We don't let little kids win either. I know I might let my daughter win a little bit, but my dad never let me win. I didn't beat him in chess till I was 16 years old. So now he won't even play me. See how it when the chessboard is reversed and the scenario is reversed. See the difference? Like I still played all those years I never won. My own dad, who's trying to teach me a lesson, that won't even play me, even though he'll never beat me again. He'll never beat me again. No way. I would really have to not be paying attention, but I guess it's possible. What else? But yeah, won't play. Well, he's also 73, so. Mm-hmm. Yep. Rocket ships. Spy also looks like Wyckoff distribution. Tesla had the bearish divergence. Tesla also looked like Wyckoff distribution. We talked about it the other day. Broke down from the parabolic trend line. So I've covered MicroStrategy, and this is Tesla. So it looks like Wyckoff distribution again. Talked about the candle close below the upward trend line, the aggressive one. Candle close yesterday below the train dots and below this pivot point over here from this high for Wyckoff distribution. Another one with the sell signal. Could have bounced back up, sure. Bitcoin did not. When it had the Wyckoff distribution, it just continued lower first, then bounced, then lower, then bounce, then lower, right? So got a small gap down here. So it's bearish on the daily chart for Tesla. What else? ZEC. Mm-hmm. No, let's go back over here. USDT. So USDT, let's see. Binance probably has more chart history. Had the bearish divergence, even getting picked up on the indicator. After that massive run up, dropped 60%. This might be the relief rally. %70 relief rally. Altcoins are wild. Your line in the sand. Definitely below the train dots and over here would be the ultimate line in the sand. This is a more of aggressive one. More aggressive line in the sand. Weekly chart. MACD bearish crossover. Came back to close the gap over here. RSI sell signal. Could be a lower high. Too early to say, but starting to look like possible lower high over here on the weekly chart. So starting to show signs, but if you see price come back to the train dots and then start closing below it and start to get a sell signal, and there's a RSI sell signal in the MACD, probably going to come back lower. So that's kind of like the area to watch as well. Like if you're in a long, at what point do you lock in profits, right? If you're waiting, if you're in down from over here, maybe you're waiting for candle closes below here, and then probably wouldn't want to wait for a candle closes below here because you're probably already getting a sell signal over here anyways, but then you're probably going to go much lower, right? And this would cross over and be a sell. And this would cross over. And then below the zero line is another bearish milestone, right? So there you go. Yep. Let's see. This is Bitcoin watch party. Let's get back on the watch party and then reassess, see if we will see. Yeah, so I mean, not really much going on with the watch party 87,000. We did cover the live charts, so thanks for all of your support. If anything else develops later today, maybe we'll jump on again for the New Year's Eve watch party, but probably not much is going to happen. Maybe heading into early January. So tomorrow, no live stream tomorrow, right? But Friday, we'll do some live streaming on Friday for a short bit, uh, and see what's going on with Bitcoin and stuff like that. But probably won't spend too much time. Probably not a lot going on in the markets. Probably till next week. So, but we'll jump on a live stream Friday. Just check in, see what's going on, and see if it plays out where closes with, looks like this monthly candle is going to close bearish. And then if it creates a lower wick for January, meaning lower prices early January, and then closes higher and maybe even January closes bullish uh, as part of the relief rally, similar to over here, right? So prices went lower first. So if you look at from the monthly close, price then goes down 10% further, then finishes up with a bullish candle, and then people start getting excited, right? So if something similar were to happen, and there's a wick on the monthly chart, would actually take out that wick and say if it was like 9 or 10% similar, right? January starts with the wick. That would make a lot of sense for the relief rally. That would complete Wyckoff distribution 100%. That would create bullish divergence on the daily chart, most likely. And all that unfolds, then we'd be looking at a 45, 60-day relief rally with 30 to 40% bounce wick to wick. Try to capture 80 to 90% of that, 80% of that, 10% from the bottom, 10% from the top, 80% of that move, probably be 15 to 20%. And then get ready for the next move down in a couple months. So we'll see. We'll see. With that, won't be doing anything too crazy tonight. It's been sprinkling, supposed to rain at 5 p.m. our time, Pacific Standard Time, here in Orange County, California. And we've got an 18-month-old. So I'm just going to be hanging out with the family, wifey, and the baby. And I don't know if we're even going to make the baby won't make it to the New York New Year's Eve at 9 p.m. So 9 p.m. my time, you'll see like the ball drop for New Year's Eve for New York. Like we probably like the past years, we've only been staying up long enough to watch that. So maybe the wife and I will stay up and watch that, but the baby will definitely be sleeping by then. She'll be sleeping by 7:30, 8 p.m. our time. So she's not going to make it past 10:30, 11, even in New York time. And then she sleeps like 11 or 12 hours. So not much we can do, not much we even care to do anyways. We already lived that life. We lived that life. We did that. We did the wild Happy New Year celebrations, the craziness back in the 20s. It was fun times, but we already lived it. We don't care to live it again. With that, hope everyone has a happy, safe, don't drink and drive, don't do drugs and drive, don't do drugs. And, you know, I won't be drinking either. So but definitely don't drink and drive. If you do drink, that's your choice. Just don't drink and drive. There's families out there. There's, I won't be driving, but I won't be driving with my family, but there are families that are driving out there. And even if you are reckless with your own life, don't be as reckless with other people's lives. So with that, have a happy, safe new year. Happy and safe so we can see you on Friday and continue to sniper the markets together day by day, chart by chart. And with that, we'll see you on the next live stream on Friday. And this is the last time I'm going to see you in 2025. And I'm sorry that Tom Lee was wrong. And I'm sorry that the talking heads are wrong again, if you were listening to them. But if you're watching the market sniper charts, you would be in a good position right now. So with that, have a good rest of your day. We'll see you on the next one. Adios.